So when I first got into journalism, I was an independent journalist, and this was the time when you were not allowed to write anything against the government. So the then government actually shut down the newspaper that I worked for because they didn't like us talking about the truth. So it was really difficult because some of my colleagues were questioned. Also, it was a very difficult time during that time to work in independent newspapers. My parents were really worried sick for my life, so I went to the government propaganda newspaper, which probably wasn't the best option, but it was the safest option. And I loved journalism and I loved writing. And I really loved my job. I wanted to find a way to serve my country of birth. I mean, I'm British, of course, but I was born in Sri Lanka, but I never grew up there. So I had this guilty conscience that I wanted to serve. You know, it was like I wanted to give back. But I felt very disjointed because I felt like I wasn't Sri Lankan, even though I spoke the language and I was looking like a Sri Lankan. I just felt very disjointed because I had such a different upbringing. And then when I went to work, I was like, I was in independent paper, you couldn't say the truth. And then I don't know whether you knew, but Sri Lanka protested against the government, which overthrew the government. And now the opposition leader is the president. And now there's an elections that's going to be held very soon. So I kind of felt as a journalist, it was not easy. It was not an easy time. And I anyway wanted to leave. I mean, at any point in my life, I felt like there was no future in my country. I mean, it was lovely. I fell in love with a diplomat, and now I'm prouder than ever to be a Sri Lankan born ambassador's wife.